Hey everybody, my name is Phillip Shepard. I'm a local real estate agent located right here in Northwest Arkansas. And today we're talking about what's new and what to do all in Northwest Arkansas. What are you doing this week in Northwest Arkansas? So, let's talk about that. But before we begin, if you could like and share this video with a friend or family, that would make the world a difference. I try to produce as much content as humanly possible about Northwest Arkansas, obviously. So like and also sharing, make sure that everyone can live, work, and play all in NWA. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate it. All right, so the first thing we'll be jumping into is actually my favorite category, which is actually fun and outdoor section. So that's pretty cool. The first event we need to talk about is actually called Work and Learn over at the Red Barn. If you don't know what the Red Barn is, it's literally kind of like, we'll call it an apartment complex for the sake of argument. But the Red Barn is, I would consider, a very, very nice apartment complex over in North Bentonville. But the thing about Red Barn is the fact that there's gardens on site. They literally sell merchandise over in the farmer's market. They have like this exquisite chef that comes in like I think every other Friday, and they do just amazing meals. The Red Barn is just more than just a Red Barn. It's a full experience. But Red Barn is actually putting on an event that is allowing volunteers to come in and actually learn how to maintain the gardens. You learn basically a lot of gardening stuff, of course. So if you want to get into gardening and growing your own vegetables of that nature, especially when it comes to the organic side, definitely check this event out. It's well worth it because they just have so much going on at the Red Barn and so many good gardeners there, especially some of the people that actually currently live there. It's well worth checking out if you want to get into gardening. And the next event we need to talk about is actually over at Pinpoint, which is a pinball bar in downtown Fayetteville. Super cool place. You need to check it out regardless. But they're doing actually a ranked event. I guess there's like I don't know this, I'm not into the pinball scene, if there's a scene. But regardless, there's a ranking system in the pinball world, and they're doing a ranked tournament over at Pinpoint in Fayetteville. That is a mouthful. Long story short, even if you don't want to see this event, definitely check Pinpoint out. It's just a cool bar / cool place to hang out in downtown Fayetteville. But they are doing a ranked event so you can actually practice and kind of get up rankings if you're into the pinball scene of all things. Long story short, definitely check out Pinpoint. It's a lot of fun. It is a lot of fun. And the next event we need to talk about is actually going on at the Hub in downtown Bentonville. So they're doing a goat hike and winery. That's pretty cool. So the Hub is actually put on an event. So if you want hiking, if you want goats, and if you want wine, I mean, is there a better combination in life? Maybe, but I can't think of it at the moment. But long story short, if you want to meet new communities, obviously meet new people, and kind of maybe break out of your comfort zone a little bit and maybe do something different, definitely check out the Hub and the whole winery section. Obviously, they're going to go to a winery and check things out, plus obviously do the hike with goats. You had me at goats. Long story short, definitely check them out. It's well worth the event to make new friends and meet new people. And the next event when it comes to the fun and outdoor section is actually a screen printing class over at the Momentary. So screen printing is like the thing where, I mean, if you don't know what screen printing is, it's like you take a screen. Wow, shocker. So basically you just layer on things on shirts and print, like it's kind of like that kind of way. Long story short, if you want to get into the design side of actually printing on things, there's obviously like lasers and there's actually like inkjet, but there's also screen printing. This is screen printing. Usually, from what I understand, it's usually a longer, better quality version. It allows you to be more creative as well. So definitely check this class out if you want to get into more screen printing stuff. All right, so let's jump over to the music, art, and culture section, and food as well. And the first thing we need to talk about in the music, art, and food culture section is Luke Bryan, the country artist, is coming to Walmart Amphitheater. Obviously, if you weren't aware, Walmart Amphitheater has so many different either like performances or artists, musicians coming this year. Luke Bryan is just one of them, one of the many. So if you're coming to the area, whether it's Luke Bryan or something else, definitely check out the Walmart Amphitheater. See who's coming to town. There are multiple people per week coming to the Walmart Amphitheater, and that's one of the perks of living in the area is that we're kind of wedged between Dallas and Kansas City. So it's usually like a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday night sometimes, and we just have some real amazing talent come to the area. So if you want to see Luke Bryan when he's in the area, definitely check him out this week. And continuing on with the music, art, food, and culture section is going on at Railyard Live in downtown Rogers. So Rogers has two downtown sections. The first section is over at Pinnacle Promenade Hills over there, and then the second one is the Bricks over in the far east side of Rogers. Over at Railyard Live, which is in the east side, obviously they do this every single weekend. They have something called Railyard Live. They bring out a bunch of bands every single weekend, and it's just a good time because it's a variety of music. This weekend it'll be definitely more folk and country music, locally grown artists around Arkansas, Oklahoma, Texas area, bringing them up to Railyard Live and to perform. If you have a family, kids, you want to meet new people, definitely check out Railyard Live. It's next to who'd have thought, at the Railyard. And secondly, there's a huge park over there, like an actual splash pad. So it's a really cool place. Plenty of bars, food, restaurants, the whole thing over there. Great community-centric place. Definitely check it out this weekend. And the last event when it comes to music, art, culture, and food is over at the Ozark Beer Company in downtown Rogers. They're doing a Bookish Trivia, so if you're into sci-fi or fantasy novels, definitely check out this trivia section. It's going to be obviously a night dedicated to trivia of fantasy novels. So if that is your genre of books, if you kind of dabble into the fantasy and sci-fi stuff, this is the trivia for you. Definitely check it out. I'm sure it'll be a lot of fun. And moving over to the kids section of fun events happening this week in Northwest Arkansas. And the first event when it comes to kids is actually a drive-in movie night over at FBC, which is a church over in Lowell. Now what they're doing is, when I say drive-in movie night, obviously they're actually putting on the movie Cars, which makes sense. But the cool thing is that you kind of make your own car and like drive it into the church. I hope you don't drive it into the church, but it's for kids, okay? So you make your own car, your cardboard car box, yeesh. And then you obviously make it look like a car, and then you actually have a drive-in movie night. So the pun is in there somewhere. It's going to be a fun event. Obviously watching Cars movie, classic movie full of cars, classic cars. Long story short, definitely check it out if you have kids and you want to go to a drive-in car movie event. And the second thing happening for kids in Northwest Arkansas this week is a bike-in, similar to the drive-in. So bike-in movie night over at the Ledger for kids. It's actually Space Jam. And so they're putting on Space Jam for the kids. You can bike in there. Cool, because the Ledger is obviously the world's first truly bikeable building, so that's pretty cool. Long story short, if you want to go check out Space Jam, ride your bikes there, ride your bikes back, watch a movie, typical Bentonville style, definitely check this event out. And the last event when it comes to kids in Northwest Arkansas is actually a Pokemon trading card event happening in Fayetteville. So if you are into, obviously if your kids are into Pokemon cards, or if you're into Pokemon cards, if your kids are into Pokemon cards, definitely check this event out. Obviously there's gonna be a ton of people there, switching out cards, trading cards, doing the whole thing, maybe even battling if you're lucky. I don't get into Pokemon cards anymore. But long story short, if you want to check that event out and you're into Pokemon cards, definitely it'll be well worth your time. All right, that's all I have for you guys today. Let me know in the comments below, which events are you going to Northwest Arkansas? Which events can I see you at? I'm sure I'll be at a couple of them. I am for sure of that one, and I'll let you know. But let me know in the comments below which ones you'll be going to, and I'll see you guys in the next one. See you guys.